Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again this morning for another brunch session, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, it's Sunday, and we've got a big game to watch today. Arsenal are back on top of the table. Exciting times, but that can all change later on this afternoon with Liverpool and Man City. What a derby. I was actually thinking about doing a watch-along for that game. I'm still contemplating it. I actually am still contemplating it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing this afternoon to see if I have some free time to do the watch along. But it is Mother's Day. Big up all the mothers out there, all the lovely mums. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you guys looked after your mums today. I hope you are looking after your mums today. Yeah. Big up all the real ones in the building. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. All of that type of stuff. We are going to be drinking some Chelsea tears. Hey, cheers to that. I hope you guys have got your cappuccino, latte, caramel macchiato, whatever type of coffee you love drinking. Make sure you've got one with you right now. Fasten your seatbelts because we're going to be diving in. We've got Chelsea fans crying online. They are upset that they have lost their guy, Kai Havertz. They cannot believe it. They're having emergency meetings at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen. They are having emergency meetings over Kai Havertz. They cannot believe they have lost this player. They can't believe it. And we've got a few reactions to actually run through this morning. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to be touching on Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, mikel arteta, this weird slander that Ramsdale has been receiving on social media over the past 24 hours. Absolutely bizarre. We're going to touch on everything. Yeah, pause. I hope you guys are doing well. I had a mad night last night, bruv. I gotta be real, mad one. I tried to rewatch back the game because I told you guys I wasn't in the game. I wasn't invested in the game yesterday. It was just it was there, it was playing, but I didn't watch it. I saw the goals, I saw moments, but I didn't get to watch all of it. And then I rewatched the game yesterday, and after about 20 minutes, I was gone again, man. So, you know what? I haven't even watched this actual video, of Ma saying whatever he's saying, having these emergency meetings. But we do know these guys are crying at this moment in time. I will tap into that one after this. But there's so many interesting takes on Kai Havertz at this moment in time, and so many people upset. You've even got, you've even got rival fans gassed. You got rival fans gassed. Man like Saeed singing the Kai Havertz song. It's crazy.
Waka waka eh, waka waka eh. Kai Havertz scores again. Oi, listen, Arsenal Football Club, big.
Look, my computer's all dead and that. I can't even really do these reactions when they're live on Twitter. But this is so funny, man. So funny, blood. Kai Havertz. Who would have thought Kai Havertz would have Chelsea fans drinking their tears? I wonder how Rory's feeling right now. I haven't even checked out Rory to see if he's okay, what he's saying, because I know he didn't associate himself with Kai Havertz whatsoever. None of those Chelsea fans did. You know? None of those Chelsea fans did. They were all telling us that Kai Havertz isn't that guy. I'm not saying that Kai Havertz is that guy. I'm not trying to say that Kai Havertz is, fully convinced me. But it's good to see that Kai Havertz is making these guys eat their words. He's made all of us eat our words at this moment in time. There's still a long way to go. I did say to you guys a little while ago that I'm willing to give Kai Havertz to the end of the season to show me that he can play for this football club. And he's doing that at this moment in time. He's doing that. He's popping up with the goals. That's 4 consecutive games that he's scored in. He's also had assists in these games as well. So he's got a number of GA over the past couple of games. This was more yesterday at the end, or when Kai Havertz scored, I was going to say at the end of the Arsenal game, obviously doing the Arsenal watch along. And very, very disappointing. He was very, very disappointed to see Kai Havertz popped up and scored again.
Great job here, because we don't act like any other club on the planet. Fuck off. Suck this freaking mustard tea.
My man actually ended his stream. He didn't end the stream, but he actually was that pissed off. He would have ended the stream like that. You know, them way there. Kai Havertz is making man cry right now. Kai Havertz isn't playing, ladies and gentlemen. Kai Havertz is actually making these Chelsea fans cry right now. There's another guy ranting. Johnny Minerals. What a guy. What a guy, blood. I've been coming across his content recently, quite frequently as it goes. And it's weird because obviously I've been doing YouTube for like, what, 3-4 years now, and I've never seen his content before. And it's only like over the past, say, 3-4 months, I've been coming across this guy's content. But what a legend, blood. This guy doesn't have a bar. Let me quickly find it. We'll move on to this one next. These Chelsea fans. You've even got Terry. Look at Terry, blood. Terry the fraud. Hey, these fraudulent dons. They're out here, boy. They're out here. They're really Arsenal fans, ladies and gentlemen. They love Arsenal. Arsenal's the clickbait for everyone right now. I don't think you guys have realized that Arsenal's actually the clickbait for everyone right now. Everyone's using Arsenal where to get their views up. This one from Terry, though, is absolutely questionable. He's on loan, he says. He's on loan. I'm trying to find this fucking video. Where's it gone, man? Bloody hell, bro. Here it is. Fucking fraud. Man, everyone is moving fraudulent at the moment, man. Everyone. This guy here, though, he is the funniest. He is the funniest Chelsea fan on the planet. He says it as it is. He doesn't give a shit. He's you know, if you're under the age of 18, I recommend that you have your legal guardian sitting right next to you when you listen to this guy. I mean, even with me sometimes, bro, I can't control myself sometimes. But Johnny Minerals, I'm going to reach out to this guy. Let me see if I can get him on the channel. This guy is a funny dog.
What? Yeah, it's bad enough. All right, we spent 1 billion, the Billion Boy Club. I told you, lot, they'll banter us. We got fucking rivals coming at us, bantering us. I'm saying this is not Chelsea, and they're saying, yeah, it is Chelsea. It's Chelsea. No, it ain't fucking Chelsea. Let's have it right. Yeah, let's have it right.
Let's have it right, mate. Let's have it right. London is red, blah.
You fucking goons in the chat, yeah? All you goons on my timeline, yeah? Let me remind you something, yeah? We see things they'll never see. And you go, oh, don't bring up, it's irrelevant. It ain't irrelevant. Put your fucking European pedigree on
the... This guy has got the energy, the delivery. He has got it all on point. He is so funny, man. Guys, in the comments, man, let me know your thoughts on what we're going through so far. Pick up all the real ones in the building. We ain't finished yet. Make sure you are hitting the like button, all of that type of stuff. Big up Static in the building. I see you, my brother. Big up my guy Footy Chats in the building. Much appreciate you each and every time. Jason, let's be having ya. I love it. Big up my guy Just Ads in the building. We appreciate you each and every time, man. Make sure we are hitting the like button. 1962 Gooner says, we're seeing what happens with Porto trying to be positive, but having no investment in the striker worries me big time. Listen, a striker is definitely going to be the priority for Arsenal in the summer. We're going to see something phenomenal come through the door in the summer. It better not be Ivan Toney. We see pictures of Ivan Toney, Gabriel, and Mikel Arteta all kissing and cuddling, it looked like. We'll obviously look at those pictures in a minute, so don't go anywhere. But yeah, a lot of the reports come out this morning saying that Ivan Toney isn't going to be the guy for us. Big up DD, big up Adam Lee AFC in the building. We've got 170 Gunner says, are you Arteta in or out? Why? What are you trying to do? Clarify. What do you want? What do you want? Why do you want clarity for? What's wrong? We're Arsenal in, my guy. We are Arsenal in. Big up Ace in the building. Big up H in the building. I appreciate you as well. Big up Jason. Mar the Clown, he says. Bloody hell. Some people, you know, I like Mar though. He's got some good opinions, man. Fuck the brown envelope matrix. The Minerals FC, let's go. Big up my guy A in the building. Big up Undead Minion. Make sure we're hitting the like button on our way in, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing the video as we do. After that performance, would you take Tony next season? Nah. Tony had one shot. That save from Ramsdale was incredible, though. The save was better than the shot. The shot was, you know, he banged it from outside the box, and I mean, if Ramsdale didn't get fingertips to it, it would have been an interesting goal. It would have been a fantastic goal. But What a save from Aaron Ramsdale, blood. That was an incredible save. Aaron Ramsdale redeemed himself. We're going to touch on Ramsdale in a little while as well, because he's getting a lot of abuse from random dickheads online, blood. I don't know what these guys are on, man. Just allow Ramsdale, bro. He ain't been playing all season, and he makes one little mistake, looks a bit shaky, and people want to start getting down his throat, like, like, pause. Like, man, want to... Come on, man. Wax, I think the reason why Johnny Minerals is angry is because he's dealer won't pick. Johnny! And let's get back to Johnny. What's he? Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up, blood. Yeah? Pull him up. Man like Johnny Minerals, And this guy is on smoke, blood. He ain't one to ramp with, cuz. He will come at your neck. Yeah? He'll put his whole foot on your neck and stand on it, blood. Man like... Oh my God. Hey, listen, Johnny Minerals isn't a fucking joke. Hey, let's get back to this.
What, yeah? It's bad enough, all right? We spent 1 billion, the Billion Boy Club. I told you lot, they'll banter us. We got fucking rivals coming at us, bantering us. I'm saying this is not Chelsea. And they're saying, yeah, it is Chelsea, it's Chelsea. No, it ain't fucking Chelsea. Let's have it right, yeah? Let's have it right.
Let's have it right, mate.
Goons in the chat, yeah? All you goons on my timeline, yeah? Let me remind you something, yeah? We see things they'll never see. And you go, oh, don't bring up, it's irrelevant. It ain't irrelevant. Put your fucking European pedigree on the table before you want to come and banter Chelsea football.
Put it on the table.
No fucking right to speak, yeah? It's bad enough that we sold Kai generational, Bergkamp-esque Minerals Havertz to fucking what? Arsenal. We sold Jordan.
What are you saying? Are these man regretting that they have sold us Kai Havertz? Is that what man's saying? Why for that rack? She said they're getting down Ramsdale's throat. That's why I said pause. Oh, bro, you see, like, all of this stuff, all this pause stuff, I'm just doing it for bants, blood. You really think I take this shit seriously? Like, come on, man. People just they say this stuff, oh, don't take it out of context. But you know what it is, isn't it, man? You know what it is, but you know who you are, bro. You don't need to worry. What you're basically saying is, oh, come on, man, allow it, bro. I just do it for bants, bro. I just do it for bants. I don't really give a shit. I really don't give a shit, bro, because man know what it is. You, man, know what it is. Or if you don't know what it is because you don't know me, then you can think whatever, because it doesn't mean anything to me, does it? Because I know what it is. No way there. But the pause is just a little funny bants thing. But I think too many people are going overboard of it. Man are texting me. Man are messaging me, saying something. At the end of it, they put in pause. I'm like, bro, come on, grow up, man. Man's on some dickhead thing, blood. Man's on some dickhead thing out here, blood. Van Persie, Bergkamp, Berbatov. He's got parts of all of their games, says A. Yeah, I think the only thing he doesn't really have of their game is the control. One thing that all of those guys have in common, yeah, Van Persie, Bergkamp, and Berbatov especially, is that they have world-class ball control. World-class ball control. Kai Havertz doesn't have world-class ball control. Okay, he doesn't have that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves with this Kai Havertz thing. Yeah, Kai Havertz has done extremely well, and he's putting himself into positions where he's scoring goals. I think, like I said to you guys the other day, I don't want to see him play as an 8. He was actually questioned by Jamie Redknapp. But we don't actually know what your position is. And Kai Havertz says, listen, brother, I've answered this so many times. Yeah, stuck it on him. Big up Kai. Yeah, big up Kai. Stuck it all over him and said, bro, what are you talking about? Listen, I play where I need to play. I feel comfortable as the 9. I feel comfortable as the 8. I feel comfortable as a 10. I play wherever I need to play. Now, for me, yeah, that's all good and well. It's encouraging to hear those words from Kai Havertz. But are you an 8? Are you even a 10? No, you're not. You're not. You're just a guy that we don't really need to do much. We don't need you to do much. All we need you to do, Kai, is just move. Just move, mate. And make sure when we're in the attacking phase, you're in the fucking 18-yard box, and that's it, my guy. You understand? Now, don't get it twisted. There are one or two little things that Kai Havertz might do in the build-up, in the link-up, that keeps things ticking. It keeps things ticking, and that's really important, because especially when you're in the transition and you're trying to get into the attacking phase, you obviously need that man, or you need those players that are able to keep things ticking. I don't get it twisted. Kai Havertz can do that, but do we necessarily need Kai Havertz for that? No, not really, because we've got players in the middle of the park that can keep things ticking, right? So what do we need from you, Kai? All we need from you is to be in that 18-yard box. When we're putting balls into the box, I just need you to convert, mate. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to do anything spectacular. I don't need you to shoot from outside the box. I don't need you to do overhead kicks. I don't need you to do bicycle kicks. I just need you to pop up like a little fox and put the ball in the back of the net, blood. Yeah? That's it. And this is the reason why, when you talk about the overall squad, and you talk about a squad, yeah, it's like, yes, there's each individual players in that squad that can be utilized for one thing, maybe multiple things. Mikel Arteta, as we do know, he likes multiple tools in the box that can be utilized for various different things. And that's what he has brought to the club, a versatile type team. And it's good to see. It's wonderful to see. Look at Declan Rice, a traditional number 6 that is now playing as some sort of box-to-box advanced number 8, blood. Are you mad? The guy is on smoke. The way Declan Rice is driving at teams, bro, it's like when I was watching the game yesterday with my boys, they were like, bro, like Declan Rice this is a next type of force, next type of energy that Declan Rice has brought to Arsenal Football Club. The way he is just dictating in the midfield is incredible. And I said it a few months ago that I have a feeling that Mikel Arteta wants to transform Declan Rice into like a Steven Gerrard type player. Steven Gerrard was a traditional number 6. Even at times, Steven Gerrard was playing as a centre-back back in his early days. Even at right-back, Steven Gerrard will fill in. But then as Steven Gerrard grew and as the managers, changed and the project was growing, Steven Gerrard was growing with it and he became a different type of player. He became an attacking-minded midfielder. You started seeing Steven Gerrard playing as a 10. It's the same with like Bale. Bale was a left-back, went to a left winger, became a right winger, then became a flipping striker in some games, became a number 10 in some games. It's about the managers and how the managers can change you and develop you and help you become the player that you have the potential to become. Because Declan Rice, when we used to see him at West Ham, the ball carrying ability, the passing, even the movement, the drive, like all the mental aspects of his game as well. Like you could tell if Declan Rice went to a big platform with big players, like even bigger players than we've got here at Arsenal, like Real Madrid or, one of those type of teams, this guy will thrive. This guy will cook to a next type of level. We'll start seeing a different versatile type player. And it's one of the reasons why I was always adamant that I wanted Declan Rice over Moses Caicedo and other players that we were being linked with at that time. Because I knew based on what I saw from Declan, this guy's going to be, a next level, next type of player, man. Deckers is a cheat code. Big up Undead Minion. You're so facts there, bro. That is big facts. Big facts. I love watching Ozil play, but when we lost the ball, Ozil used to frustrate the hell out of me. He never runs back. I like the fact Havertz does run back to defend. Yeah, I mean, in some games you could say that, but I did see Mesut Ozil run back and defend sometimes, bro. It's like not all the time, but it happens, man. You cannot say these things and compare him to legends. This is why he gets hate. Let Havertz be Havertz. And that's a very, very good point there, Darth. Let Havertz be Havertz. Comparing him to Berbatov, Dennis Bergkamp, and Van Persie, it's a lot of pressure. And let's be totally honest, bro. Even though we're always totally honest, it's just but I hate saying those type of things. Oh, let me be honest. What do you mean, let me be honest? What does that mean? That you're not always honest then? That's why I try and take that out of my vocab. Like, let me be honest. Oh, let's be honest now. Fuck off. That means you've never been honest. But to be totally fair, that's probably the best word to use instead of be honest. To be totally fair on those 3 players that we've mentioned and Kai Havertz ain't that level. There's resemblances, and there's always resemblances. I looked at Aaron Ramsdale and told you, man, when we signed him, he looked like Peter Schmeichel, and I didn't mean his looks. I mean what I saw from him on a pitch. Now, is he going to go on and be Peter Schmeichel? Probably not. Probably not. But I was just trying to find a goalkeeper that he resembled, and he resembled Peter Schmeichel in so many ways. The way he was trying to aim at commanding, the way he was communicating, the passion, the leadership qualities, all of those type of things that Aaron Ramsdale was demonstrating in his first year at Arsenal, you know, made me believe this guy could go on and be one of those type of goalkeepers. However, is it going to turn out that way? Probably not. Kai Havertz, is he Berbatov? No, he's not Berbatov. He's not Berbatov. Berbatov's tech was at a next level. Dennis Bergkamp's tech is at a next level. Anyone that does compare Kai Havertz to these players is more or less delusional. That it doesn't make any sense. What people are using to compare, and I think I know what they're using, is the way the player carries himself on a pitch. That's the way. That's what people are using to say, oh, he reminds me of Berbatov. He reminds me of Dennis Bergkamp. What Kai Havertz does, he makes what he does look easy, blood. And that's what it is. I think he makes what he does look easy, but it's not to a top level, if you understand what I mean. It's like Ozil in a sense, but Ozil was doing it to a top level. It's like you look at Ozil play and it's like, oh, Ozil doesn't look like he's putting in 100, or it looks like it's just, you know what I mean, bruv? Maybe like, bro, you guys know what I mean, man. You guys know what I mean. But if you compare the tech, if you actually compare the tech, like Havertz is making it look easy, but if you compare the tech to a Bergkamp, to a Berbatov, to one of those type of players, nowhere near. So, you know, all the comparisons need to kind of go out of the window at this moment in time. You know? Obviously, you've got the Kai Havertz thing as well with the dive. Obviously, we're going to touch on that when we get more into the Arsenal content as well. Make sure we are hitting the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, this is Arsenal content, but we're just kind of drinking Chelsea tears at the moment. And I'm waffling, as we usually do for our Sunday brunch. It's Sunday brunch, or it's brunch time, lunchtime, and we're having waffles. Yeah, we're having waffles. I've actually got food that I cooked before I went live, and I thought, you know, I can't even eat it because I'll have you guys waiting for about another 20 minutes, bro. Yeah, so I didn't do the egg. I'll do the egg after, but I've got lovely sausages and some halal sausages, some really seasoned sausages. They're banging, bruv. Yeah, I can smell them. I'm drooling right now. I'm drooling. Headers on point, corners on point, free kicks on point, runs into the box, dominating the midfield like a destroyer. Rice right now is the best CM in the world. Therefore, bringing him into my FPL team. It's crazy, man. Havertz has won Arsenal 6 points, 10 million per point right now. Look, he's popped up in some important games and scored us some goals. Am I overly convinced? No. Am I going to support Kai Havertz? Yes, because he's a part of Arsenal. Did I actually say I'm going to give him to the end of the season? Yeah, so here I am giving him to the end of the season, and I'm glad that Kai Havertz is stepping up. But let's get back to these Chelsea dons. Because we've probably just waffled for about 5, 6, 7 minutes and literally taken ourselves away from what we was actually just doing here. Big up the real ones. Hit the like button. Let's get back.
Minerals Havertz to fucking what?
Let's pull him up.
To fucking
pause.
He ain't got no fucking right to speak, yeah? It's bad enough that we sold Kai generational Bergkamp-esque Minerals Havertz to fucking what? Arsenal. We sold Jorginho, our only fucking captain, DM, to Arsenal for
big up Jorginho as well, yeah. And that pass to Havertz, the miss, and this is the reason why, guys. Back to what we were just saying here. Quickly. You can't compare Havertz to Bergkamp and to Berbatov, because that pass, firstly, Jorginho has fully changed my opinion on him. Yeah, it's not like I had a bad opinion on Jorginho, but I was just questioning why we signed Jorginho. However, now I don't question it. I think Jorginho is probably the second best midfielder we've got. Yeah, second best midfielder we've got. The pass that he put on a plate for Havertz yesterday was out of this world, yeah. Out of this world. He's been putting in some phenomenal passes over the past couple of games. He's been really dictating. And what I like is that, you know, Jorginho's just getting the ball and no time. He's not waiting. He's not thinking. He's not trying to. He's just getting the ball and bang. Oh, I love it. But that's why you can't say Kai Havertz is Berbatov and Van Persie and them, man, because that ball he put on the plate for Kai Havertz and Kai Havertz missed. I was already celebrating, fam. I was celebrating the pass more than I was celebrating the goal. But the ball on the plate from Jorginho seemed like an inevitable goal. I can't believe Kai Havertz missed that opportunity. And again, that's why we can't say he is on the same level as Bergkamp and Berbatov and them, man, because they would never miss that. They would have never missed that. Berbatov would have easily slot that in the back of the net. Bergkamp would have easily slot that in the back of the net. Come on, man. All this Kai Havertz comparison with Bergkamp and that is real delusional. A says, I'll be fair. The only reason I give those comparisons is because he gets hate and the truth is somewhere in the middle. Big up. A. I hear you, bro. It's not even just you, though. It's bare people giving using these comparisons for Kai Havertz, man. With all due respect, bro, like he's doing well right now, but you can't put him in the same conversation as Berbatov. The tech is just different. The tech is just different. Same with Van Persie. The tech was just totally different. And the same for Bergkamp. Ben White was outstanding yesterday. Oh, Ben White, another fucking performance. My guy, Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco, you know, we're gonna touch on pause every single one of these players. Yeah, don't worry. Listen, fasten your seatbelts. We've been here for 26 minutes. We're probably gonna be here for about another 40. All right, let's get through Johnny Minerals, man. Let's get through him. Pause.
Tappets 12 million, and these guys are getting man of matches, landing down minerals, all right, sitting in the top half of the top.
Let's pull him up again. Let's pull him for a little bit. Pause.
It's irrelevant, ain't irrelevant. Put your fucking European pedigree on the table before you want to come and banter Chelsea Football Club. You ain't got no fucking right to speak, yeah? It's bad enough that we sold Kai generational, Bergkamp-esque Minerals Havertz to fucking what? Arsenal. We sold Jorginho, our only fucking captain, DM, to Arsenal for tappets 12 million. And these guys are getting man of matches, landing down minerals, all right, sitting in the top half of the table. What? Third place? Let's have it right.
We're top, mate. We're top of the league. Just to put it right. Let's have it right, mate. We are top of the league. Now, I know in the next couple of hours, we've got a big game. If they draw that game, we stay top of the league. Hey, come on. We stay top of the league, blood. GD up in this bitch, yeah? GD up in this bitch, okay? Yeah, I don't think Chelsea fans can relate to GD. What are they? Minus something?
What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing? What have we upgraded on?
What are you doing, cuz? Big belly bowly setting.
I've got melts in the fan base saying this team's better. Oh, thank God. We haven't got Mason Mount. We're not going to lose the final now. Well, how did that go for you? Did it go all right? Are you celebrating? Or am I wearing my rainproofs because you're fucking crying your eyes out?
Am I wearing my rainproofs because you're crying your eyes out? These Chelsea fans are hilarious. The new Banter Club, the new Banner era is in town, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chelsea F Sizzle.
Yeah, you little Liam Gallagher's.
Oh my God. I didn't watch this. So this is why it's so funny as well. I haven't seen this. Let me pull him up again, bro. Hey, man called it. He said, you little Liam Gallagher's. Hey, Johnny, I need to reach out to this guy. I need to see if I can get him on a stream, you know. Hopefully someone doesn't get there before me and say, oh my God, don't work with Wax. Don't work with Wax. Otherwise, I'll never work with you again. You know what YouTube's like. You know what this space is like. You know what this space is like, bro. If you work with someone that they don't like, they won't work with you again, and that means you won't get any redirects again. Oh, they won't give you any redirects, so you can't work with anyone. Hey, this guy Johnny is funny though. I can't lie, blood.
Did that go for you? Did it go all right? Are you celebrating? Or am I wearing my rainproofs because you're fucking crying your eyes out? Yeah, you little Liam Gallagher's. Put the kettle on in Porto. Let's have it right. Yeah?
Oh,
you embarrassment. Understand why we could banter Manchester City, why we can banter Liam Gallagher, because we won that second star with Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, get me a fucking elite gaffer in that dugout. Yeah, this bottle job mentality ain't good enough.
Hey, listen, he's right though. He's right, man. Big him up though, because the bottle job mentality isn't good enough. Chelsea fans, you wouldn't expect that from Chelsea fans, to be quite fair. You know, man, just kind of throwing in the towel. Literally throwing in the towel. There's the mentality is just in the mud right now, and Big Belly Bowley is directly responsible for that. Big up Enlightenment. He says, give Kai Havertz his Champions League blood. You know what? If Kai Havertz wins the Champions League with Arsenal this season, Everything he just said there goes in the bin. I appreciate what he said about the European pedigree, putting it on the table. Yeah, we can't talk to these man about European football. But when it comes to domestics, all right, cool. We're slapping you, blood. We're slapping you. All right. In recent years, you might have been dons. I get it. Cool. But we're talking about history books, and we talk about the numbers over the course of when football ever existed or started, then obviously you know what time it is, right? Cool. But European stuff, I hear it. And this is the reason why this season is the season where Arteta, please deliver, bro. We'll have no choice but to have you at the club because obviously we don't sack you, do we? But this is the season when we need to make it happen. This is the season, man. Can Kai Havertz win Arsenal the Champions League? That would rub so much salt on the wounds that these guys are already suffering with. Yeah, Ben White is performing like Abzi and Ivanovic. I can never get his name. Ivanovic. I can never get those names out, bro. I swear, Dan. Title challenging players, in my opinion. Ben White has done extremely well this season, man. And Ben White has actually been leading the arrogance. Oh, that's another thing I love right now, bro. And this is what I said about going into the Porto game when we lost 1-0. And I know he kind of mentioned that. You know, that was just a little minor little blip. That like when they come to London on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it's Tuesday, we're gonna batter them, bro. We're gonna batter them. And like people say, oh, Wax, come on, man, just relax, man. You don't know what's gonna happen. No. I know what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna batter them. Batter them. What was I gonna say, bro? I was actually gonna say something. Totally forgot where I was at, man. Fucking hell. But yeah, these guys anyway, man. These guys are so funny. Piers Morgan, another funny one. He was actually look. I'm sure some of you guys would have seen this. Actually, let's switch over here. Piers Morgan.
Kai, you know you can score. I have every belief in Kai Havertz right now. Come on, Kai Havertz.
Do you know something we don't?
You know you can score, Kai Havertz. Any minute now. Kai, wait. Kai Havertz. He's got to die. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. Wait, any second.
What's he did? Is he manifesting this right now? Like literally, what type of demons is this guy working with? He actually put this. He was just onto Kai Havertz. How did he know Kai Havertz was going to pop up and bag him?
Kai Havertz.
Look, he's right. Look. Imagine Kai Havertz.
Joking. I knew he scored. I knew he scored.
That's crazy. It was only like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a bit longer than that, where he was actually saying, "Send Kai back to Chelsea." He was ranting on Talk Sport. In fact, actually, I've got it right here. Well, I did have it right here, and I switched over, and now it's just randomly gone to something else. Yeah, it's everyone's kind of flip-flopping over this Kai Havertz situation right now. There's a new narrative for Kai Havertz. Everyone is flip-flopping though. We have to be totally real. Everyone, you know, there's only a handful of people right now that really backs Kai Havertz initially. I can't say I was one of them. I would say I was optimistic, but I fell off very, very quickly. Like by the time we got to September, I was like, I'm done. Fuck this. F this. Why did we sign this? 65 million, 280 million. Now I'm not 280k, sorry, a week. I'm not saying I'm over that. I'm fully not over it yet because you know, I still need to see a return on investment, of course. But right now, with what Kai Havertz is doing and how he's performing and the goals that he's popping up and scoring and the influence that he is having in those moments, you know, it's making a lot of us eat our words. You know, how can you can't still hate on it though, can you? It's just because you're a dickhead if you continue to do it. You know, really and truly, if you continue to hate on it, it's just because you're a dickhead. Big up my guy Per in the building. Much appreciate you. But you know, if you continue to hate on it or have an agenda for it, it's you're just a dickhead, bro. You know them way there. At the end of the day, we were all skeptical about Kai Havertz. We was all cautious about Kai Havertz. Some of us were optimistic at the time. And like I said, there was a minority of people that were kind of open and really supportive of the whole decision, and they understood it, and they said they felt the reasons why or they knew the reasons why Mikel Arteta would have made that decision. Some people looked at them and said, oh, you're straight up delusion. But as I said, with the financial side of things, I'm still not over it until I see the ROI. If we can get a Champions League or a Premier League this season, I will never, ever question that 65 million. Again, I won't question it again. I'll only question his 280k a week if his form dips and he starts playing shit and the guy's still being selected and you're on 280k a week and you're not doing anything for us. That's when that will come into question. But I'm not gonna, like, if I can see a return for that 65 million, then I ain't gonna question Kai Havertz. And like I said to you again, if Kai Havertz can score against Man City, bro, see right there, I'm fucking framing his shirt, blood. Yeah, that color one as well. I'm getting that one framed, Havertz on the back, signed if I can find the signed version, and it's going up there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. For the bants as well. I'm doing it for the bants, but I'm doing it because I said I was going to do it if he scores against Man City. And I'm a man of my word, and I will deliver on that. So, look, Kai Havertz, man, still got to the end of the season for me to really make a determination on this guy. But at this moment in time, can I say I'm happy with what I'm seeing? Yes, I can. Big up Perry says 2 key factors is 3 games all of January. Not a single team in this win streak other than Paul has anything going for them. We better win CL or PL. And this is it. If we actually go back to last season as well, ladies and gentlemen, we wasn't playing with the confidence and the mentality that we are playing with right now. So Per's got a great point. With how we are performing right now, with the goals that we're scoring, with the way we can find goals and the way we are putting together patterns and all of the things that we are doing, there should be no way of not getting a trophy this season. Whether Mikel Arteta decides, all right, I'm going to put all my eggs in the CL basket or I'm going to put all my eggs in the PL basket, he needs to do one or the other because we need something. Now, personally, I would rather, I say I would rather the Premier League because we haven't won it for so many years, but I would rather end all this European talk, just like Johnny Minerals just give us there in that video, right? Put your European pedigree on the table. You can't do that. And it's right. We can't sit down with Chelsea and talk about, you know, European pedigree. So therefore, a lot of me this season wants to actually win that Champions League. And I reckon we can do that. I reckon Mikel Arteta in a way is designed. And I know and it's a bit weird that we say this because he's been throwing us out of these competitions early. But I just feel like Mikel Arteta, especially with the way he treated the FA Cup in his first season, yeah, I feel like he's slightly designed for these one-away competitions whereby if he can focus just on that competition, yeah, just focus on that competition. Forget the Premier League, forget everything else that comes. If you just focus on that competition and you have a strategy on how you can overcome every team in this competition, you know, we're winning it. It's like an Unai Emery kind of thing. Unai Emery has that kind of factor about his game. I feel like Mikel Arteta has a bit of that in him as well. And the reason I say that is because of the FA Cup. I feel like we chucked away the Premier League in that season to win the FA Cup. And even though we were scrappy in the FA Cup, it wasn't overly beautiful. We found a way. We had a strategy that overcome, the problem. And that was Man City. Liverpool, and Chelsea. Did we play all 3 of them in the FA Cup? Or was it just Man City and Chelsea? It was just Man City and Chelsea. And then, yeah, it was Man City and Chelsea, wasn't it? My brain doesn't serve me well. Too many Cali packs, as you guys know. Big up all the real ones in the building. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We've still got a lot to actually get through. Hit the like button, all of that type of stuff. Much appreciate the people that are watching this. Please do share the video if you are on social media and platforms like that as well. And Per Hansen, thank you ever so much for that generous super chat there. We appreciate you each and every time. So yeah, man, Kai Havertz, man. Kai Havertz. There's an agenda for Kai. People love him, people hate him. He's like Marmite at this moment in time. How do you feel about Kai? I want everyone to let me know right now. How do you feel about Kai? Per is speaking facts 100%. We cannot lose a game until the end of the season. City and Liverpool will not drop many points. Very, very true. Very, very true. It's so important that we get as many points as possible. And of course, in the position that we find ourselves in, that means winning every single game if we want to win the Premier League. I hope we can get a big win on Tuesday, says Nari. Big up my guy Nari in the building. Big up Teddy Bonkers. He says, what type of demons you know, Wax? Hey. There's some funny demons out here, I tell you, guys. Wax, don't get giddy. A9's always on to me, guys. A9, allow me, fam. Can't we just have some vibes for a day or two? Like just a day or two, man. A little bit of vibe, little bit of delusion, little bit of waff. You know what I mean? Come on. Can't punish us, man. We're winning games, man. Everything's looking beautiful. Big up Dean in the building. I see you, my bro. Big up Ace as well. It's a bit of fun, you know. We've got to have vibes, man. Live in the moment, man. Come on. One game at a time, guys. Stop. No, I get you, man. I get you. Come on. It's just a bit of vibes. Anyway, so Kai Havertz, let's see what Kai Havertz can do. Let's see what he can do. Will he continue with the momentum? Will he continue scoring goals? That is what I want to know. Do comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. And let's kind of move on. So let's actually touch on this. So there was a situation at the end of the game with Ivan Toney, Mikel Arteta, and Gabriel Magalhaes. Now I'm not too sure what was said. You know, it does look like they were, you know, cool. Everything was calm and they're having a bit of bounce and a little bit of fun. But ever since this has come out, there's been reports to suggest that Arsenal will not be signing Ivan Toney in the summer. He is not the profile that Arsenal are basically looking for, and he doesn't have all the characters. Remember what we were told the other day by Edu? They're looking at a certain type of character to come in. A player that I think we need to bring in is Pedro Neto. What another game. That is the game I did thoroughly watch yesterday, actually. Wolves. Pedro Neto won smoke yesterday, blood. Fulham got to handle the smoke. Big up Fulham. Good team as well. They've done extremely well this season. Or they've done extremely well since they've been in the Premier League under Marco Silva, to be quite fair. But they couldn't overcome... they couldn't overcome what was thrown at them yesterday, and it was an incredible game. Incredible games. Pedro Neto turning up, lovely little back heel. Look, speaking of Pedro Neto, the first thing that I see here is Pedro Neto. Liverpool and Man City admirers of Wolves forward Pedro Neto ahead of the summer. Now, the only problem with Pedro Neto is I believe he went off injured yesterday. There was an injury. Let's just quickly touch on this injury. Sad, actually. Really, really sad, man. You got another injury. When you got these ACLs, bro, it's like it doesn't look good. So let's just see if we've got an update. Let's look at the 4 hours ago bidding war. No, we don't care about the bidding war. We know there's going to be a bidding war for Pedro Neto. We just know there is going to be a bidding war for this guy. Everyone's going to be onto him. He's literally doing numbers. He's doing bits on the pitch. And there's a few players at Porto that you could probably take as well. Like Aït-Nouré, that guy Aït-Nouré scored yesterday as well. I'll take him as well. Left back, I'll take him. We were looking at him in the January window, in fact. Matthias Cunha as well. That's another player that's done well. Scored a hat-trick past... who did he score a hat-trick past the other day? Scored a hat-trick the other day, though. But this situation with Pedro Neto... So let's just look at this update quickly. I'm not going to put it on the screen because it'll probably just do some mad thing. So, yeah... I can't see it, man. Come on, stop. Several key players already out. Wolves are forced with the 2 half-time changes. Key man Pedro Neto. All right, can we get an update on Pedro Neto? Opening minutes of the game, and Neto then pulling up just before half-time, holding his left hamstring. Okay. I'm sure they are... I was about to read the wrong sentence, which is like sentences up. But that's how you know these websites are this bug, man. It keeps jumping up and down. I can't even read the story. But it does look like Pedro Neto's got some sort of hamstring injury. That's what it looks like. So let's see how serious it is. But that's the only problem with you know, signing Pedro Neto, isn't it? You know, he's a phenomenal player, man. Like if his injury record wasn't what it is, this guy will be playing for a top club. He wouldn't be playing for Wolves, but he'd probably be the Jeremy Doku right now in Man City. Like, I reckon they would have signed Pedro Neto over him. I reckon they would have signed Pedro Neto over Matthias Nunes as well when they signed Matthias Nunes from Wolves. Neto masterclass, but too many injuries, man. I would stay clear of him. Exactly, man. Oh, it's sad, but what I'm seeing of him is just so incredible, bro. And I don't. If we brought Pedro Neto in, I just don't understand how Martinelli or Saka hold down a regular place. Like if he was a fully fit winger, he's I think he's level. I think he's better than both. I think Pedro Neto is actually better than both Martinelli and Saka. But yeah, the talk of the town in regards to Ivan Toney is that he won't be moving to Arsenal Football Club. Obviously, Thomas Frank, he's upset with Kai Havertz. He basically says that it was a blatant dive, and then in my opinion, it was a blatant dive. It was. Should have done this earlier. Actually, there's no point actually listening to what Thomas Frank's got to say now. But in my opinion, it was definitely a dive, man. There was no contact whatsoever. Kai Havertz went to the floor. I'll get out of it, bro. Kai Havertz went to the floor. He should have been punished for it, but he didn't. The referee didn't see it. It is what it is. People still going on about it. There's no point. Let's move on from it. All right, let's actually quickly touch on. I'm gonna run through the comments in a minute, yeah. But let's just touch on the last thing that we want to kind of touch on, and that's the big game today, the big game between Liverpool and Man City, because this is. Oh man, it's like this game means so much to us. No, actually, what am I talking about? Before we do that, we're talking Ramsdale first. How can I forget about my guy Ramsdale, blood? Because everyone's giving Ramsdale bare stick, bro. But it's getting on my fucking nerves. I don't know why people are giving Ramsdale stick for, because that little moment is a one moment, bro. I know in the first half as well, his distribution was a bit questionable. He was overhitting it, overthrowing it. But then in the second half, his distribution His distribution in the second half was so on point. That ball on the plate for Trossard. He put a ball on the plate for Trossard. Trossard just couldn't get himself into a position to strike the ball or have the ball under control, but the distribution and the position that Ramsdale threw the ball into, it was a world-class throw. And you do that for a player like Messi or a player of that type of quality, they would have managed that situation differently, and Ramsdale would have looked like a genius in that situation. But Trossard didn't. And there was other moments where Aaron Ramsdale was just putting the balls on plates for players. And then you got to say or think of the saves that Aaron Ramsdale made. He actually made world-class saves that kept us in the game. Brentford potentially could have got a draw at the game. They could have snatched a point out of that game. I know Thomas Frank is sitting there pissed because they had chances that they could have had or taken, but they didn't because of one person and one person only, Aaron Ramsdale. Put himself on the line. Trossard was drunk last night. Yeah, it wasn't one of Trossard's best performances, was it? When I was watching the game, I was thinking like Trossard does get greedy at times, blood. Like just release the ball, bro. Release the fucking ball. You do well. His tech is so on point. He does well to take it past the player, but release the ball, man. And that's one thing about Trossard. He does get a bit greedy sometimes. Them way there. Wax, check your emails. Wax, check my emails. For what? What were we doing? Business proposals? You gonna make me some money? What's happening? 2-2 draw is what I want, but I think City will win 3-1. Where they're going. It's an away game at Anfield. It's not going to be easy. I said yesterday 1-1 draw. I got a feeling it's going to be. I got a feeling Liverpool are going to come out winners. I did say at the beginning of the season, not at the beginning of the season, but back in October, November, I feel like this title was Liverpool's this season. And then what cemented it for me is the moment Klopp come out and said, "I'm leaving leaving Liverpool." The moment Klopp said that, I thought, "Oh no, like them man are going to be fighting them man are going to be fighting hard, bro. The man ain't going to give up. The man ain't trying to capitulate. The man are trying to win something." City haven't won at Anfield since 2003. Wow. Well, I think Liverpool are going to win. It's 2 decades, but it's a very long time, isn't it? It's a very long time. Anything can happen. It's not to say City can't win, but I think Liverpool will win or they draw. And I want the draw, because if we draw, we stay on top. But I think Klopp is hungry, man. Klopp is super duper hungry. Super hungry. Quickly touching on Ramsdale anyway. So Aaron Ramsdale, following the big Arsenal win over Brentford yesterday, this team It was tough out there, but it was special to be back. I owe my teammates and the fans, you amazing fans, the world for the support I get week in, week out. And big up Ramsdale, man. Like, I like Ramsdale. And even after the performance I see of Ramsdale yesterday, I'm saying to myself, do I actually want to see Ramsdale leave? Do I want to see Ramsdale leave? Because now we could be selfish and say, listen, yeah, Ramsdale ain't going anywhere. But it's based on what Ramsdale wants. Now, if Ramsdale decides that, all right, cool, I'm happy to be a number 2, then I'm all for it. I'm all happy. I'm like, yep, Ramsdale, hey, we cheer away, keep Ramsdale at the club, sit on the bench, Ramsdale, domestic guy, rotational guy, all of that, yeah? I'm cool with that. But it's all about what Ramsdale wants. And right now, me personally, I don't want to let Ramsdale go. I don't want to let him go. I think Ramsdale's still got more to offer the football club. He's still a young goalkeeper. And if Arsenal move the way they need to move over the next 12 months, we might not have to take a loss on Aaron Ramsdale financially. You know, with the way things are at the moment, people are saying, all right, cool, yeah, if you try to sell Aaron Ramsdale in the summer, you're inevitably taking a loss. You paid 30 million for the goalkeeper. You haven't paid the goalkeeper for the whole season. Yeah, you're probably going to get about 20 million for him. 18 million, might have to loan him out with an option to buy for 25 mil or some stupidness like that. Look at Donny van de Beek right now. Come over to the Premier League with all this hype, all this expectation. He's gone out on loan to Frankfurt in Germany. 12.5 million option. 12.5 million, you know. So they're already taking a loss of Donny van de Beek. But guess what? Frankfurt are looking at this Don saying, bro, the guy's not good enough. The guy's not good enough. I'm contemplating whether I want to pull the 12.5 million trigger on the option. So what Arsenal need to do now, if they want to make the most of this, is they need to keep Aaron Ramsdale at the club. They need to keep Aaron Ramsdale at the club. They need to give Aaron Ramsdale as much minutes as they possibly can. Convince him to be a number 2 for a minute. But just grow his value. And then not this summer, the following summer, so 2025, you sell Aaron Ramsdale for 40, 50 million. What we need to do with Aaron Ramsdale in the team as well to also improve and increase the valuation of the player is win the Premier League, win the Champions League. You have to bear in mind, if Arsenal win the Champions League this season, it doesn't matter who was involved in that Champions League, everyone in the squad's value goes up. We're Champions League, we're the best team in Europe, bro. Best team in Europe, so automatically everyone's value goes up. Even if that value goes up by 2%, who gives a shit? It's 2%. You know, when you're talking about big money, 2% is a lot of money. Do you understand? So, like, these are the things that Arsenal need to do right now. They need to increase the value of Aaron Ramsdale by keeping him around, getting him, back to his best again, and then we sell him in 12, 24 months. Not this summer though. Arsenal are going to be looking to sell Aaron Ramsdale this summer, and that's what the reports are saying. Van der Beek ain't done shit. Ramsdale in last year's team of the year, he's easily making our money back. Yeah, no, I hear you. But the point I was actually making is that, Donny van der Beek went to Manchester United with all hype. Like, one of the next, big things in Europe. Dennis Bergkamp's, he goes out with Dennis Bergkamp's daughter, all this. It was like a big ass. Them way there. And he came, we saw, he didn't conquer. He's gone away, Everton, all these different places. And now teams are like, raw, what the fuck's going on? We don't want this done. And Ramsdale was not there. He's definitely not there, but he can be almost there. Teams might not want to pay 40, 50 million pounds for Aaron Ramsdale, because of the fact that he hasn't been playing any football. So, people will use that at their advantage and try and get the deal as cheap as possible. But yeah, there's been a bit of slander for Ramsdale online, man. It's a bit of a dickhead thing. Obviously, everyone was a bit, frustrated, at the way he managed the goal yesterday. But it is what it is, man. Like, he hasn't played football. There's no point people online calling him a dickhead and people online saying, "Oh, just sell him now, terminate his contract." Like, there are different things that people were saying. And even though Ramsdale just kind of said in this, like, big up all the people that show me support. Come on, man. You go and look online and you see what people are saying. That's just pathetic, bro. Absolutely pathetic. But that's what I was gonna say. This, you see these pictures here, bro. Ben White is kind of leading that presence, you know, like, bro, you man better be ready. He's been sticking it on, man. Even Gabriel as well, like Gabriel leading it, where they're just trying to just look in man's face and they're trying to say, are you man ready for the game, blood? I think it might be over-exaggerated a little bit, especially with these ones. I think Arsenal are always going to kind of, or Arsenal fans, should I say, are always going to kind of push this now and say, oh my God, we're scaring Dons in the tunnel. People in the tunnel were scared of us. Now I get it, because that's what it was back in the day. That was the energy that man used to portray back in the day. I get it, but let's not get gassed. Only sell Ramsdale to fund a top quality striker, RW, and another quality CB. That's what we need. Big up Mo, absolutely. SS believe Chelsea will pay the money for Ramsdale. You might have a point there. They might pay the money for Ramsdale. We should have never have sold Emi Martinez to Villa if we had him and Raya. I would rather them two than Ramsdale. I would agree. I think if we would have kept Emi Martinez, then we probably wouldn't have signed David Raya. I don't think there would have been a need for Raya. I think we would have signed Ramsdale more than we would have signed Raya, and Ramsdale would have been the understudy. Ramsdale's had not much game time. He was good apart from one mistake, but why was he off his goal line? That Tony long shot, Ramsdale needs to know when to stay on the line, or that could easily been a mistake too. Yeah, I get that, you know. I think, again, you know, Ramsdale managed that situation perfectly. He managed it perfectly. It was a beautiful save. There was a number of saves that Aaron Ramsdale made. And let's be honest, though. Let's be honest. When it comes to pulling off saves like that, who's better, Ramsdale or Raya? In my opinion, Ramsdale, brother. I don't think I've seen David Raya pull off crazy saves like that. Big up you guys that are coming into the building, bigging me up. I appreciate you guys. I don't think I've seen David Raya pull off, you know, worldly saves like I've seen Ramsdale, you know. And then you can say, does David Raya command these areas the way Ramsdale does? You know, I think they're both questionable, but I think Ramsdale still beats him in that regard. And then, you know, the distribution, it's like, what, like, when you really strip it back, like, what is David Raya better at than Ramsdale? I don't know, man. Can someone comment down below and really let me know what you actually think David Raya has that Aaron Ramsdale don't? Maybe height. They're both, what's Ramsdale, about 6 foot, and Raya's about 6'2". I mean, there's not much difference there. Like, what is it? Like, what does? I want everyone to just leave a comment. Every single one of you that are watching, well over 100 people locked in. I need one of you guys to let me know right now. What does David Raya have in his locker that Aaron Ramsdale don't? Because if you say distribution, then I'm sure you didn't watch the game yesterday, because Aaron Ramsdale distribution yesterday was fucking world class. In the first half, yeah, there was overhit passes. There were a few questionable decisions. However, he grew into the game. In the second half, he was world class. World class distribution. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Raya's just more composed than Ramsdale. Ramsdale was making the team nervous, and for a title charge, that's a big handicap. Now, facts. There you go. There's one thing that I can 100% agree with. One thing that Ramsdale has definitely done, not only yesterday, but just over his time at Arsenal, is that he has made the team nervous in a sense where he hasn't kind of dealt with certain situations at the back. I think some of his body language at times kind of also demonstrates nervousness and anxious and not being overly ready, and that can rub off on other players. Ramsdale's more composed. Raya's more composed. Sorry. Wabo says composure. The backline is more secure with David Raya. I think I agree. I think a lot of us will see the same thing here. I just wanted to see what everyone else's kind of opinions was. I think you're right. David Raya does have a bit more composure at the back. Takes his time a bit more as well. Ramsdale is a better shot stopper and can do everything. It is his concentration that lets him down. Facts. I was waiting for someone to say that. I was waiting for someone to say the concentration. We spoke about this about 3 months ago, he lapses in concentration. And look, Sol says it as well. Big up Sol, it's his concentration. Ramsdale admitted it that he can't do it for an entire game. Big up my guy Rowe in the building. He says Raya plays it short. Ramsdale keeps going long, which kind of messes up our style in my opinion. Also, I think Ramsdale was too overly emotional. Very good points there, actually. Very good points. He does always go long. He's not a I rarely see Aaron Ramsdale trying to keep the ball at the back. He rarely does that. He always goes long. He always, you know what he tries to do all the time? He tries to start the counter, isn't it? He always wants to start on the counter attack. Bearing in mind, he come from a team that were more or less playing with that type of mentality where they needed to spring on counter attacks more than anything because they didn't have a good enough team to break teams down in open play by controlling possession. So that's kind of in him. He's been at Arsenal for quite some time now, so you would think he would have adapted a little bit, but you're right, he still has. And I think that might come down to him being, you know, a bit nervous and a bit desperate at times as well, which is what other people have said, whereby he just gets the ball and the first thing he's thinking is, I'm just going to get this, I'm just going to start this attack. And in a way, it's a good thing as well, because if you do start the attack, like 2 of the distributions he put on the plate yesterday, for one for Trossard and the other for someone else, they were fantastic. And if our team would have been able to execute those moves, he would have been getting raving reviews, raving. But you're right, he always goes long. He rarely plays the ball out from the back. He rarely tries to make the simple back pass to Saliba to build up play. I don't know. But then again, it's great that you know what tools you have in your toolbox, because what type of game do you then deploy Ramsdale for? You know, is he like what type? It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. What type of game do you deploy Ramsdale for? You know, if you look at the things some of you guys said, lapses in concentration, lacks a bit of composure at times. Rose also said that he's overly emotional. I mean, they could be very, very detrimental, isn't it, to being that goalkeeper that you want between the sticks. Do you know what I mean? I think they're both short. Raya and Ramsdale were too short. Blood. Both of them are short. Both of them. He puts unnecessary pressure on the team. We couldn't make subs for the Porto game because of that mistake. Big up SS. Big up Musa. He says, hello, Maguna family. Hello, Maguna family. He says, Wax, we just need to keep the mentality and the momentum. Take every game as a final. 100, bro. 100. You know what? I'm not going to lie, though. Like, I've never been so in love with this Arteta project and throughout the whole 4 years. For the whole 4 years. Like, I love this project right now more than I've loved it last season and any other season before that. You know how I felt before that. Last season brought me up to a level and made me feel like, oh, actually, something could happen here. But I swear down, the signing of Declan Rice and even the tweak of Kai Havertz, just those two have made me fall in love with what we're doing here. Do you know what I mean? And that's not to say that if I don't get what I want, the expectations, the Premier League, the Champions League, that I'm going to start saying, oh no, one more season, new contracts. None of that. No. It's just the feeling that I have for my football club at this moment in time. You know, that feeling that you have, that genuine feeling that you have for your football club. You know, you love this club. You know, you always, have that strong bond, connection, and love for the club. You always have it. But over the years, as an Arsenal fan, with a lot of us have kind of been detached ourselves from the club, and lots happened in the process, and so many things over the years have just kind of made you feel like, you've mentally kind of quit in that sense. And where you've mentally quit, everything is just a neg. Literally everything becomes a neg. It becomes a problem. You start nitpicking at everything. But right now, I find it hard to do that. I find it hard to start nitpicking and saying, oh, you know what, I'm not happy with this. There's still people online doing it. There's still people saying X, Y, Z. And then people in the chat are still saying, yeah, no, Wax, obviously, we ain't over the line yet. I get all of that. I appreciate that. But with what we're doing now as a football club, with what we're doing on the pitch, with everything, there is nothing to nitpick at. There is nothing to be upset about. There is nothing. Do you understand? There is nothing. Yeah, we could fume about the Porto game, but we know what we're going to do to Porto when they come down to London over the next coming days. We know it, bro. Yeah, we know what's going to happen. With all due respect to them and the Portuguese dons in the chat and the Portuguese dons worldwide, they know what's going to happen. The fans ain't going to sit there and sit back and allow us to be, we have to destroy them. We have to slap this team up. But even apart and away from that, I watch Arsenal now, and I'm just happy, blood. I'm happy. I wasn't even mad, frustrated with the goal yesterday that we conceded with the Ramsdale thing. When I watched it, obviously I was vibing and that with my man then, but I wasn't even upset. I remember last year, we done like a 15-man watch along. Me and my boys was at one of my boys' house, not too far from here. We done like a 15-man watch along. Yeah? The whole sitting room was full of bare dons, yeah? And I was going crazy throughout the whole game. I think some man in there was thinking, Wax, fucking hell, man, you're going over the top. You know, then way there, but I wasn't, in my opinion, I wasn't going over the top. I was so fucking fucked off with this football club. I was so fucking fucked off with what Mikel Arteta has been doing, with how these players are performing, the pussy mentality that these men are putting out there. You're going at like, no. And I was angry, blood. I was super duper angry. Everyone was. So many people were. There were people that still backed it, supported it. But it was kind of like it's kind of like how the Chelsea fans are now. You know, like the Chelsea fans, they've got that give up mentality. They've got that give up mentality. Oh, yeah, well, we might as well just start singing happy songs and we might as well just wait for the summer and see who we splash our money on. No, man, Arsenal don't have me feeling like that anymore. I don't feel like that anymore. Do you understand? I feel so happy in my football club, and I just want my club to make sure they win something right now. This is the season. This is like winning something right now is basically the cherry on the cake for Arsenal fans. For every one of us that have been frustrated, that have been negative, that have been deemed toxic for wanting the best for your football club, you know, getting that Premier League right now, getting that Champions League at the end of the season, that's the cherry on top of the cake. There's no more complaints. I'm going to go and spend a fucking 2 bags in the armory. I'm going to go to every single fucking game and be a flipping junkie in the game. Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to be a proper fan, a junkie fan, yeah? That's the wrong word to use, actually, junkie fan. But you know what I mean. Addicted to this thing, fam. You know, in the way that I am on a day-to-day basis, regardless anyway. But you know what I mean. Just ultra positive, an ultra Arsenal fan. Anyone's got anything bad to say about my football club, I'm at your neck. Yeah, I'll be there with the drums, dressed in black with my black balaclava. You don't know who's coming from where. Don't disrespect my football club, cuz. But you know what I mean, man. Like, obviously, I'm not delusional at this moment in time. I'm not delusional. I'm not there. I'm not doing none of that. I understand there's an expectation, but I just love the standards and the precedents that's being set at our football club right now. I fucking love it, blood. I love it, bro. The fact that our players are going out there with bold, with like very, very bold, great characters, strong-minded characters. These guys don't look like they're going to capitulate. They don't look weak. Nobody looks weak. We look like one of the most scariest teams on the planet at this moment in time. You see, if we go back to like 2003, 2002, 2004, I'm probably more invested in Arsenal now than I actually was then. Because them times there, I was just out gallivanting on the street, doing up OT, trying to build lines, trying to just do things that I was trying to do when I was on the streets, trying to do the maddest stuff. You really think I cared about sitting there watching fucking Invincible? You really think I cared about sitting? Don't get it twisted. I would always catch up and I'll always do a match of the day thing, or, you know, maybe there might be one weekend where the man them might watch a game together. But I was never invested as much as I am now, blood. So the way I feel about Arsenal now, yeah, I need Arsenal to really deliver for me now, man. I need you to deliver. Super duper deliver, blood. Because like the whole point of me saying that is because I can't remember this feeling when I was 16 years old. Yeah, because in 2004, when we done the Invincibles, I was 16 going on 17, blood. 16 going on 17. I don't remember this feeling back then because I wasn't as invested. So now I need these guys to deliver for me, blood. I need them to deliver. I swear down, guys, I need them to deliver. Are these men going to deliver for us this season? This is the season when Mikel Arteta is going to make it happen. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. It doesn't mean if you said to me come the end of the season, you know, it's time to move the manager on, who do you want? I'm not going to be at the front of the queue ready to pick my manager, blood, because I'm there. I am there. Remember, this is all about Arsenal Football Club, blood. This isn't about Arteta FC. You know, this isn't about whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out. All that stuff is just bollocks. That was just an online thing for a minute that everyone just got themselves gassed upon because there was division at the time. And now I don't give a shit about all of that. If Mikel Arteta is the manager, Mikel Arteta is the manager. If flipping Albert's the manager and he's getting Champions Leagues, I don't give a damn, fam. As long as Arsenal's getting Champions Leagues, that's all I care about. That is all I care about. All right, last thing before I wrap this up, because we are waffling now. We are waffling, waffle sessions. It's Sunday brunch, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 minutes before the Aston Villa and Tottenham kickoff. I was actually going to do a watch along for that, man. I need to start doing watch alongs again. I think I will, man. I think I will, blood. I need to just find the time, bro. But these times are perfect for me, and these times on a Sunday anyway. But okay. What did I want to do? This is what I wanted to do, blood. The big one. The big one. The big Sunday bonanza. This is going to be a crazy game, man. Crazy game. We cannot afford to be covering for Ramsdale while fighting for the title at the same time. Big up Deco in the building. Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. Wax, you still doing a watch along for City and Liverpool game? I'm contemplating. I am contemplating. Big up G the Schema says, love how you're highlighting the progression. However, I feel we should have had this feeling 2 years ago, if you ask me. But I know everything takes time. Let's hope it's not a trophyless season. No, G, I am saying I have exactly the same mutual feeling. Like, I told man, like, listen, we didn't necessarily need to go down this process road of having 6-7 years of a rebuild to then re-challenge for a trophy. Didn't make any sense to me. Still doesn't make any sense to me now why Arsenal went down that route. But well, to a degree, it does actually. Raul Sinelli was a part to play in that. I think that 18 months of Unai Emery took us back fucking 2 years basically. But I hear what you're saying, and I agree with that. But we're here now. Let's hope Arsenal can continue. Let's hope Arsenal just become that team that we were sold many years ago. Remember, we were told we were going to be Bayern Munich. We want to challenge with Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. We were told that back in 2002, blood. It was time ago. I would love City and Paul to draw. It will just open up the door for us. Open up the door for us a little. Absolutely, man. Big you up, Musa. I agree with that one. A draw today means that Arsenal stay top of the tree, blood, top of the table. Big up Achen. He says Ramsdale was taller than David Raya by 3 inches. Wow. I didn't even know, blood. Ramsdale looks smaller. I can't even lie, though. I can't even lie. Can we beat Porto, says Narato. Yeah, man, of course we can. Of course we can. We'll batter Porto. We'll batter them. I honestly think the reason why we went out there and played against Porto the way we did that day is because we just paid them too much respect. That's all it was. We paid them too much respect on their home turf. I think Mikel Arteta said, all right, cool. Let's just try and get out with something. Whether, like, I think we were kind of looking at trying to just get a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw. Like, I think we were proper trying to go for something like that, or even a 1-0 victory for us. But you know, we just wasn't really penetrating their defense, wasn't really doing much, you know, in the final third to kind of demonstrate that we were willing or wanting to, you know, get the, you know, something out of the game. But I just think it was ultimately the strategy was wrong. You know, the game plan was wrong. And I think Mikel Arteta soon realized that and said to ourselves, you know what, don't worry, guys. When they come to the Emirates, we're just going to do a mad thing. I'm going to let you off the leash when we come to the Emirates. I'm just going to do a mad thing. Yeah. And that's what it's been, bro. And that's what's going to happen. You know, come on. You think about it, like, how can we sit here and say Porto this, Porto that, when they have been not dreadful this season, but they haven't been at their best? Sporting Lisbon have scored at least 30 plus goals more than them this season. 30 plus goals more than Porto. Then they went, and then Sporting Lisbon play Rangers. They play Rangers and fucking draw 2-2. Sporting Lisbon, who have a better team than Porto, go to Rangers and draw 2-2. And we're sitting here talking about Porto respect and Porto this, that. But Porto, just like, who says it? I just see it in the chat. Mo, we got Mo J. He says Porto are crap. Porto are crap. If we are to be totally real, big up Porto, big up their fans, big up the Portuguese Dons, big up my Portuguese Dons. You know, with all respect, was that Benfica? It was Benfica. It was Benfica. Sorry, Mo. It wasn't Sporting Lisbon. It was Benfica. That's even worse then, isn't it? That's even worse. Benfica drew 2-2 with Rangers. Yeah? And we're talking about giving Porto respect. Who are we? Who are we? Motherwell. Who are we? We're Livingston. Who are we? Livingston? Is that the level that we're on? We're on Livingston's level, whereby we've got to give Porto respect. No. We should have went to Porto with the arrogance, with the momentum that we already had been building in the Premier League, and we should have slapped Porto to bed, blood. We should have made the game easier for us to come back to the Emirates and say, you know what? Widiri, do you want a Champions League debut, my guy? Champions League debut. Waters, don't worry, mate. I'm giving you 30 minutes off the bench today because we've already got the game in the bag. We've already got it in the bag. Big up D Brown. It says, tell them how to smash up the like button. Hit up the likes, ladies and gentlemen. We should be close to 100 likes on this video. Give a shout out to all the lovely mothers. Absolutely, man. Big up all the mothers around the world, man. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. I hope you are doing well. I hope your children are spoiling you. I did start off the stream by saying happy mothers, by the way, but cheers. Cold coffee. Cold coffee. This is fucking frozen, blood. It's like I just took it out of the freezer. I don't mind, though. I like cold coffee. Some people might think that's weird, but I do. You get, obviously, cold coffee in the shop, don't you? I don't drink cold coffee at the shop, though, but when my coffee goes cold, I still drink it. Big up FJT in the building. We will beat Porto. They are time wasters. Listen, we're slapping Porto, man. No disrespect to the old man, but they got Pepe, CB, so there's no excuses. This is what I'm saying. Big up G, man. Like, there should have been no excuses. And next to Pepe, they've actually got an apprentice, a player that doesn't even play. Is that a Rock hat? The Rock. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? I don't even have to do the eye thing. How'd you do the eye thing? No, it's not a Rock hat, but it's Chicago Bulls, bro. Chicago Bulls, new era thing. I just picked this up. You know what? The maddest thing is, I was just actually doing a bit of shopping. Like, I was just doing house shopping. And I said, there's a shop there. JD Sports. Let me just pop in there. I never go in JD Sports, really. I rarely. When was the last time I went in JD Sports other than that day, bro? It's been quite a long time ago, man. Big up JD Sports, though. That used to be my go-to shop back in the day. And I see this hat. I was like, you know what? I'm buying it, blood. Fuck it. Chicago Bulls hat. Black and grey. These teams are better when they don't have the ball. Porto got lucky to get the lead, and they will play like Brentford did, slowing the game down and making cynical fouls. Big up Egan. He says, Havertz scored yesterday. That's good. There isn't anything to suggest that Arsenal are winning the league. There isn't anything that suggests Arsenal are winning the league, bro. We're sitting at the top of the table, blood. What are you talking about, guys? What is man talking about? I think we need to switch over to the league table right now, because I'm thinking that man are forgetting where Arsenal are sitting right now in this league, blood. We're sitting at the top. MJ the GOAT. That's what I'm saying. Big up Michael Jordan, man. Legacy lives on. Legacy will always live on, man. Chicago Bulls is going to be one of the biggest brands worldwide for years. Yeah, I think man are forgetting that Arsenal was sitting at the top of the table, and yeah, that's what suggests Arsenal can win the league. The performances that we've been putting in suggest that Arsenal can win the league as well. You know, them way there. Tommy Egan, that's what I was saying, guys. He's not even Tommy Egan, he's Egan Adams, blood. Egan Adams. My Donny. Big him up, though. Big you up, Egan. Much appreciate you. All right, man. We're going to wrap this up anyway. I can see the numbers dropping. We've been here for like 120 minutes. 120 minutes, but does that make any sense, blood? Fucking hell. We've been here for 90 minutes. We've just done a football match, blood. We've literally just done a football match. Porto will not be easy. They're better at defending than Brentford. Listen, Porto's not going to be easy, but we're not going to be easy. Yeah, we're not going to be easy. We're going into. We need to go into fourth gear, man. Literally within 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, we need to let those Porto fans, or we need to make those Porto fans realize that it is actually time to go home. 15 minutes into the game. 15 minutes. 15 minutes into the game, we need to show Porto fans, or we need to help Porto fans realize it's time to go home. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Just quick thoughts on the Man City game and Liverpool game. It's going to be an interesting one. My predictions is for a 1-1 draw, but I feel like Liverpool are going to win. I feel like Liverpool might win this like 3-1. We actually have to cover the Liverpool and City game. I know everyone. I've seen that message like 5 or 6 times already today. Let me see what I'm doing. What can I do? What am I doing? You know what it is? It's because it's Mother's Day today. Yeah. There's plans. There's plans, bro. Like, and I'm just trying to think if I can work around it. I'll have to figure it out. I can't make any promises, but join our WhatsApp group, and I'll let the guys in the WhatsApp group know if I'm doing a watch along, or just come and check the channel back in a couple of hours just to see if we're live. Big up FJT, turn on notification bells on, all of that type of stuff. Big up Asfar, big up Mo, big up Ace as well. Ace 12, we've got a few aces in the building, so I have to say aces like Ace 12, Kyle, Invincibles. Yes, my guy. Big up my guy A9 in the building, always in the building, one of the regulars. Big up my guy Naga Channel, one of the regulars as well. Much appreciate you. Big up Egan, I see you. Anthony the Scissors Master as well. Much appreciate you, man. All the way from the USA, man. All the way from the USA, man. Big you guys up. Big you guys up. All right, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hit the like button, all of that type of stuff. And yeah, man, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.